to the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I appreciate the heartfelt debate and differences of opinion on this bill, and there are differences of opinion. I respect those who disagree. I think, however, there's some confusion about facts and what this bill actually does. Under existing law, it is more difficult for a dreamer to get in-state tuition than it is for a resident. More difficult. Under this bill, it will still be more difficult for a dreamer to get in-state tuition than a Maryland resident. A second point. It was stated earlier that this guts the provisions of the bill where people have to prove that they've paid Maryland taxes. That's just not true. You still have to prove, in order to qualify, that your family's been paying taxes in the state of Maryland. So, the bill makes, in my opinion, relatively moderate changes to the DREAM Act, reasonable changes. And what it's about at the end of the day is opportunity. My dad came to this country when he was 8 years old, from a country where things were pretty rough at the time. Right? This was post-World War II Europe. He didn't have a lot of opportunity back home. He came here and he found opportunity. He found a chance to get a high school degree and serve in the Army and work a career for the federal government with our intelligence community. And why should anyone who came here 20 years ago have any less opportunity than my dad, who came here 70 years ago? I don't understand that argument. I also don't understand the argument, and it's cropped up here on the floor today, but it crops up regularly in a lot of debates we're having right now, that opportunity is finite, that there's a limited pie of opportunity, that by giving somebody else opportunity, I'm taking away opportunity from myself or my kids. And that's just not true. Providing more opportunity for others doesn't reduce my own opportunity. It improves my society. It improves my neighborhood, my county, my state, my country. The kids who are affected by this bill, and I know them because, like the gentleman from Prince George's County, they are my neighbors and my friends and my former students. I've taught them at the middle school level and I've taught them at the collegiate level. I've worked with kids who've qualified for in-state tuition under the DREAM Act. You know what they are? They're hardworking kids. They go to school, they get good grades, they get into the best universities in the state because of that hard work. Most of them work second and third jobs to make enough money to go to school. They want to contribute. And remember ultimately that who we're talking about here are kids. They were brought here. They are, in many ways, victims of a broken immigration system. I think regardless of party, we can agree that our immigration system is broken right now. And the question we're confronted with as Marylanders is, if a kid grows up in this state, wherever they came from, whatever their status is, if they work hard and they graduate high school and they fill out a college application, they're accepted to a university on a competitive basis, and they pay their taxes and they follow the law in state law, should they have the opportunity to get an education and contribute to our society? And I say unequivocally, yes. This bill is about opportunity, period. End of story. I urge everybody here to override the governor's veto.